In May 1945, World War II was almost over. Nazi Germany was collapsing and armies across Europe were surrendering. But high in the Austrian Alps, something unbelievable happened. American soldiers and German soldiers fought side by side against Nazi SS troops. And the battlefield wasn't a city or a trench line, it was a medieval castle. This is the incredible story of the Battle of Castle Itter, one of the strangest battles of World War II. The castle prison Itter Castle was not just an old fortress. During the war, the Nazis turned it into a special prison for important French prisoners. Inside were former prime ministers, generals, and other high-profile political figures from France. To the Nazis, these prisoners were valuable hostages. But by early May 1945, Germany was collapsing rapidly. Adolf Hitler was dead, and Allied forces were advancing across Europe. As the Nazi regime fell apart, the SS guards suddenly abandoned the castle. The prisoners were left alone, trapped in the mountains with no protection. Soon they realized something terrifying. The surrounding area was still full of SS soldiers who refused to surrender. If those troops returned, the prisoners would likely be executed. The search for help. One of the prisoners managed to escape and contact the Austrian resistance. Eventually, word reached nearby American forces. A small unit of the U.S. Army's 23rd Tank Battalion was operating in the area, led by Captain John Jack Lee Jr. When he heard that important prisoners were trapped in the castle and surrounded by SS troops, he made a bold decision. He would rescue them immediately, but Lee had very limited resources. His force consisted of only a handful of soldiers and one Sherman tank. The most unlikely alliance. On the way to the castle, Captain Lee encountered something completely unexpected. A group of German Wehrmacht soldiers approached him, not to fight, but to help. Their leader was Major Joseph Gangl, a German officer who had realized the war was lost. Instead of continuing to fight for the Nazis, he had joined the Austrian resistance and was trying to protect local civilians from SS forces. When Gangl learned about the prisoners trapped in the castle, he agreed to help defend them. Suddenly, an extraordinary alliance was formed. American soldiers, German soldiers, and soon, even the French prisoners themselves, all fighting on the same side. The battle begins on May 5, 1945. Lee's small force reached the castle. They quickly prepared defensive positions and waited for the SS to attack. The defenders now consisted of around 14 American soldiers, about 10 German troops, several armed prisoners, and a single Sherman tank guarding the castle entrance. But the SS were coming. Early the next morning, around 150 SS soldiers surrounded the castle and opened fire. Machine guns rattled across the valley as bullets struck the castle walls. Mortar explosions echoed through the mountains. The defenders were badly outnumbered, but they refused to surrender. The Sherman tank fired repeatedly at the advancing SS troops, slowing their attack. From the castle windows, American and German soldiers fought side by side, firing rifles and machine guns at the attackers below. Even some of the prisoners joined the defense. The situation gets worse. Despite the defenders' resistance, the SS kept pushing closer. Eventually, they managed to destroy the Sherman tank with an anti-tank weapon. With their strongest weapon gone, the defenders were in serious danger of being overrun. During the fighting, Major Joseph Gangl was helping move prisoners to safer positions inside the castle. Suddenly, an SS sniper spotted one of the French prisoners in the courtyard and took aim. Gangl reacted instantly. He pushed the prisoner out of the way, but exposed himself to the sniper's shot. The bullet struck him, killing him instantly. Major Gangl died protecting a man who had once been his enemy. The final moments. As the battle continued, the defenders were running low on ammunition. The SS were preparing for a final assault on the castle. But just in time, American reinforcements finally arrived. Soldiers from the U.S. 142nd Infantry Regiment reached the area and attacked the SS forces surrounding the castle. Caught between the castle defenders and the arriving American troops, the SS soldiers quickly lost the fight. Many were killed and dozens were captured. The battle was over. The Battle of Castle Itter was one of the most unusual battles of World War II, the only time American and German soldiers fought together against the Nazi SS. Just 2 days later, Germany surrendered, ending the war in Europe.